This is to reply for questions asking me why do I always say follow the Yit Gam Kuen Kuit and not follow anybody including Hendrik. Okay, so first we define the Yit Gam Kuen Kuit and Yit Gam Lim Tao. That set and that kuit is belong to all Wing Chuners. Okay, because in 1840s there's only one Wing Chun kin. That in that days it is not split up to different lineage yet, so that has belonged to everybody. Okay, it's a common property of all Wing Chuners because it belongs to the ancestor in the redwood. Okay, now in order to know what is the most closest or less distortions Lim Tao at that time, if we do not follow the instructions, we will not know what to do. So one need to follow that if you are talking about the Yit Gam Lim Tao. Okay. For example, if the Yit Gam Lim Tao is for producing this 6 Plus iPhone, it's not going to be producing this. Okay? It's unacceptable to do this. It has to be this. So disregard of who say what. It's not this. Okay. Now let's go one level deeper. There are 3 things in Kuen Kuit. Okay? 3 things. One is the law. The second is the style. The third is the variations. Okay, so what are they? Law meaning is like the law of physics, the chi flow, directions. Okay, those are laws. Style meaning, for example, the snake slide worm move. Okay, that is a style. Okay, compare with the sanjin, those different style. Okay, the third is variations. Variation is, for example, if you like to do repeat that movement 3 times, somebody like to do 5 times. That's variations. If you are taller, shorter, heavier, skinnier, you have variations when you practice that. So there's 3 things. Okay? The variations can be adaptive. The law must not be violated. The style, if you change it, is no longer to do that thing in that style. So these 3 things is there. So same thing, it is like this. The casing can change. Okay? The law of physics inside there is not going to change. The style, this is iPhone. It has its own style in design. Okay? Now, example. When we do this, which is we all do in Wing Chun, we know we have to follow, according to the Yit Gam Kuen Kuit, we have to follow the chi flow and force flow. We need to open, loose, and lightweight. There is a law that is common denominator in all Chinese internal art for past few 100 years. That's the law. This is snake slide worm move. This is the mother signature of the style with some ermei. Okay? This is the style. As you want to do it 5 times, 10 times, or whatever, or there's variations. Okay? You can do the change, the adaptive. Now, if you do this, first you're violating the following the chi and meridians, as the kuit say. Okay? you're already violating that. The second, you hold the joints there. This is no longer snake slide worm move. Thus, it not be able to link the whole body. You violate the style. And not be able to sense and deliver false flow. If you violate these two count, that is no longer what it is. So it is similar to people want you to design this, and then you go do this. And you keeping thinking, oh, this is great, this is great, this is it. When people bring this out, you say, no, 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 it is this, it has to be this. My Sifu do it this way, blah, 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 blah. Well, so as I said, you need to follow the Yikam Kuen Kuit, not Hendrik. This is not, Yikam Kuen Kuit and Yikam set is not Hendrik's or Sando family property. It is designed, architected by Yikam's Sifus or Grand Sifu or Sijou. Either we follow it to produce this, or we not. Period. Okay? So that's how critical it is. And it's simple. Remember, law, style, and then the variations. Okay? Now, style. If you do this, lock, this kind of stuff, you will not be able to have the ability to do close body, soft body, close range. Because it was conditioned that way. The style is different. Okay? Not to say even it violating the flow. Okay? Maybe other style can do this, but not this Yikam Kuen Kuit. Because it says specifically you have to follow the flow of the meridians. And then of course it's like we talk about Qi Jing, right? The Qi flow and Jing flow, you want to transfer that, then you use force line type, not this twisting stuff. Or not waving hand like this, okay? That too is not whatever it is. So this is clear. One thing I want to tell you here is that, remember these three things. When you look at any sets, in any Chinese art, it's always like that. This is common denominator. So it is like the 6 core element, the 13th state, and these three things. Okay? If you know this, you look at everything, you know exactly what you look at. Okay? And you know exactly what makes sense or what not makes sense. Okay? So that is my answer for the why it has to be followed there. Otherwise, we are lying. Okay? We are not doing the same thing. Okay? Or maybe we are not lying, but we just ignore and we don't know what happened. Okay? Now, however, in Chinese history, there is amazing situations we are like to tell you. Okay? It happened, be it in the northern martial arts, southern martial arts, Qigong, and so forth. It happened always, from hundreds of years ago until today. It still happened. Okay? And it is not just once a while, it always happened. So what is that? It is the son or the grandson or the relative of the master or the grandmaster will come down to tell his student, no, my grandfather said this is the way. This is the way, not this way. You are lying. You do this, you are lying. You are a whole bunch of stuff. And the student will show, no, this is according to your grandfather passing with writing. Say, no, 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 no. You know, I have all my witness. It's this way. In the present time, in China, there's even lawsuit about that. Okay, I won't mention name for you in the China. And actually, there's another lawsuit in America with Hong Kong 30, 40 years or 50 years ago about this. And the person left and come to America to teach. Because there's no point. And the royal student always said, no, this is how Sifu said. Why? Because they have to defend the lineage. But that guy ended up from Taiwan, fled to America, because what's the point? The student of his Sifu's son is lawyer, so they sue him. So he left to America. That's it. Okay, start his own with his own name, teaching. Okay, it happened. So loyal student normally will show, this is what your father said. But after a while, it's usually the case they left. And there's another case in China, northern China, which I know because it's involved me too. Because it's not really involved, but I'm with the relationship with the thing too. A person, this is a woman who practiced the thing only after her father passed away. Then she forced her Daisy out because she is the, as what they say, the appointed inheritor. And after 20, 30 years, the whole thing screwed up. So this is what happened. But in the Silicon Valley, if you do that, after the CEO, say the CEO passed away, the son or the grandson took over the company, asked the chief architect to do that, guess what? First, the competitor is really happy because they count down your bankruptcy. The second thing is the chief architect will say, okay, I leave, you take full responsibility. It's yours now, not mine, okay? It's your company, it's not mine. I can go work with somebody or I can start my own company. That's in Silicon Valley. Why bother? Why quarrel, right? So this is what happened. And so, as what I say, it doesn't matter who say what, follow the concrete. Otherwise, we don't know what we are doing. So this for you today.